Hi, I'm Drew Taylor with DEXON USA. I'm here in our demo room that we use for product demonstrations and trainings for our partners. We have some live working DEXON video processors here, a small video wall with a camera pointed at it, so that when we do these demos and training, our partners can really get a real life feel remotely of what it's like to be using a DEXON video processor. So this is part of our software training series, so enough with the pitch. Let's get right into it. Today we're going to show you in the software how to do the input configuration within the video wall section. So here you can see I'm in the video wall software. We're going to cover more about this soon, I promise. I've been promising that for the past few videos, but we're doing initial configuration stuff still. I think the very next video we'll probably get into getting back in here and window manipulation and more of the fun, cool stuff. But for now, we're going to click this little caret and get into configuration. We've seen this in previous videos. We've done our video wall configuration. We've covered some custom timings and this kind of stuff. And in this one, we're going to look at input configuration. So all my inputs are listed here. You might ask, what is that lock symbol? That's HDCP copyright protection. So I have some laptops that are non-HDCP here. I've got a couple HDCP sources. I'm going to click on this one, the little settings wheel. And this is my Roku player that I have plugged in, my Roku stick. And it supports 4K, so it's an HDMI port. Over here on the right, you see there's info. It's currently coming in at 3840 by 2160 at 60 hertz. It's non-interlaced. Yes, it is, in fact, HDCP version 2.2, which is required if you're going to play, for example, like Netflix 4K content or other like Blu-ray 4Ks, I believe, also require this 2.2 version. So while I'm over on this side of the screen, I can rename my input. That way later it'll be easier to find. Okay, there we go. We've got some options on the bottom. Audio input. Now my Roku does embedded audio over the HDMI, so I'll keep that selected. But if I had a computer with separate analog audio, I could select analog for the audio source there. And your HDCP enabled. You could disable it if you don't want to. Let's say it's like a Mac laptop and you don't want it to output HDCP in the desktop. You can say no HDCP here. And what this does is just define how the input of the DEXON system reports HDCP to the source. It doesn't strip HDCP. It doesn't do anything illegal like remove it. It's simply, we're simply talking about how does the system report to the source. If I click no here and the Roku says, hey, I have to have HDCP, we will get no signal or snow or a green field, you know, something that indicates, sorry, pal, we can't show your video. And if I select the 1.x here, I will not be able to play 4K content from Netflix, for example. They require the 2.2 version of the copyright protection. All right, enough on all that stuff. I can do source cropping. Let's say I have a 4:3 content PowerPoint slide, but the source is coming in 1920 1080, so I have like black bars on the left and right. I can crop those out if I need to. Cool. EDID, I'm just rolling with the default built-in right now. I have not set a custom, and it's giving me the resolution I want, so that's great. But if I needed to enable a custom resolution, I can. You just enable it. You can choose from a factory, or you can do totally custom. Let's see. So then I would come down to like my preferred timing, for example, and use my other resolution from a previous video showing output timing. Let's say 3840 by 1080. I want this kind of ultra wide resolution. Now it calculates this little calculator. When I click that button, it fills in all the advanced timing we need for custom EDID, pixel clock, horizontal vertical sync, this kind of stuff. You can also choose like YCBCR, which is similar to YUV type color space if you wanted to. And when you're done, you just click Set EDID, boom, and it stores that EDID, Extended Display Interface Data, I think I got that right, to the input. And that will essentially spoof the computer or source into thinking it's plugged into a display, a monitor that is 3840 by 1080 native. So the computer should allow you to select that resolution now. Well, that's about it for input timing. Since I didn't click apply, it still says 3840 by 2160. Well, that's about it in the input configuration. We covered custom EDID, HDCP, selecting whether you want embedded or analog audio. And I think the very next video I'm excited about, we're actually going to get into windowing control of the video wall and manipulating layers and saving layouts and all that cool stuff that the DIMAX-Pro video processor can do. But until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and keep checking back for our future training videos. Thank you.